I have an early morning appointment today. My hairdresser is supposed to be coming over to do some cornrows on my hair. I always prefer house calls to going to the salon. I find it more convenient. As always, it's a beautiful morning here. We are anxiously waiting for the rains to come. My hair is done and it looks very neat. Let me know what you think about the hairstyle. It cost me just $4. That is the braiding plus the hairpiece that was used to do the extensions. It's always very cheap doing hair in the village. And because I'll be moving around a lot doing my chores, I'm just going to braid the back so that I don't have hairs hanging on my face. Let me know how much this hairstyle costs where you are. Our chickens are very funny. Before they feed, they will always hang around the house. But once full, they will go scavenging for the rest of their worms and everything else they eat around the fences. So I like to feed them very early in the morning so that they stay away from the house. They only come back to lay eggs. We're experiencing a very dry season, which is unusual. At these times of the year, we usually have lots of rain and the planting is on, but this time round, things are different. The hens get really thirsty because most of their feeds are dry. So I like to put water in different parts of the compound so that as they scavenge for their food, they get water to drink wherever they're eating. They finish up on their feed. I'm going to pick eggs. I'm really excited about this. The hens are now laying like every day, and we are picking a lot of eggs daily. It's very exciting. We have both layers, and then we have the indigenous chicken, which sleep on the eggs. So I put a separate nest for the layers. So that's where I'm picking eggs from. For the others, they are nests are in a different corner where they will sleep on their eggs. For me as a homesteader, this is the most satisfying part of homesteading. If you're a homesteader, let me know what really excites you in your farm or in your homestead. But for me, picking eggs and harvesting are the best parts of it. Water in the buckets have been here since morning. It's now noon. And we like to keep them out here in the sun to be a bit warm. They are meant for the cows to drink. And they always love to drink it warm. When it's cold, they kind of don't drink. If you can remember the last time I went to the market, I bought some red salt. This salt is meant for the cows. We mix it with the water. We dissolve it in water and then they drink it that way. So I'll go ahead and give each cow a bucket of water, and this is enough for them for today. They only drink 1 bucket in a day. It's been quite windy lately. I guess the winds are sending the clouds our way, and soon we are going to have some rain. It's been really dry. For us here, a week without rain is quite a long time. We are not used to that. We receive rainfall most of the time. It's hard to go an entire week without rain. For some time it looked cloudy and I thought the rain was going to fall. Then suddenly it cleared, and that means we are not going to get rain today. So we're hoping for a better day tomorrow. We are past our planting season, so this is really going to mess us up. Just before I took the 1 week break, I planted some seeds. We have these seeds that are so hardy, so even without rain, You just plant them and they stay in the soil, and then when it rains, they sprout. So that's what I did. And I'm just going to bury them here, hoping that when the rains come, they will grow. I'm running out of vegetables and I want them to just sprout immediately so that I don't run out completely. The carrots are looking fresh because I've been watering them constantly. So I've planted cowpeas, and then I'm also going to plant the slender leaf. I'll also just sprinkle them. The seeds are very tiny, so it's just about sprinkling them. You cannot really plant them in a hole. You just sprinkle them all over the garden or the portion, and then leave them. When it rains, they will sprout. It's quite dry. My garden is not looking lush the way it was, but I'm really hopeful the rains will come. So I'm just gonna go ahead and thin the carrots. So the carrots need a bit of space to enlarge as they grow. So I normally just remove the ones that are too close and give them some spacing. I see they were already forming the carrots, but it's not a bad time to thin. So constant watering has kept the garden green even though there's no rain. We usually really rely on rain. We don't have a tank nearby, so watering the entire garden is a bit of a problem. I always just water sections that really need the water, like the plants that really need a lot of water, and I leave the rest. So it's been a week since I visited the garden. I've been so busy up and down. We had back to school. I had errands to run, going to the bank to bank the school fees, repairing uniforms and that kind of stuff. So let's go see the garden. Wow, the cowpeas have sprouted and they're looking healthy even though there's no rain. Let's see the rest of the garden. Things don't look really good. The plants look really dehydrated and some are drying up. This is my once green leafy Chinese cabbage. Oh my God. This is so disappointing. Just about 5 days without watering and it looks this bad. This is really heartbreaking, especially after all the efforts I put in this garden. The soil is so dry, it's actually dusty. Oh my God. The beet were looking quite healthy when I last visited the garden, but today they are withered. They seem to be drying up. I don't know how I'm going to help this. I don't know if watering it is going to make it any better. The spinach, oh my God. Cucumbers usually require a lot of water, and the kind of fruit it's putting now is just going to rot because there's not enough water. Let's see this. There's nothing to harvest here. Cucumbers by nature have a lot of water in them. That means they require a lot of water also to grow. So for now, they're all just rotting. Look at this one. Quite disappointing. And the comfrey, this is another very hardy crop, but if you see it drying up like this, just know it's bad. This is supposed to be corn. Looks like we'll have to plant again. The pumpkins are also drying up, though there's some fruit on them that seems to have matured. This is how crucial water is to our plants. Just a few days without water, there's no garden. The kale was the greenest vegetable on my garden. Today they look quite pale and we don't have new leaves, and then the problem with them is they become really hard when there's no rain. The onions. Okay, bye guys.